Hello, I'm iSkyler, and today we're going to be looking at these fake AirPods. I'm iSkyler, let's get started. So these are the TWS i100s, and you can get them for around $20 on Chinese websites like AliExpress, or I bought them on GearBest, which is also where all the YouTubers say they got theirs. There's a link in the description to buy them, and here's where my review is different. I bought these like 2 months ago and have been using them every day since then. And so I know what the difficult things are with them. I know what the good things are about them. I can tell you how to get around those things and basically how to use them. So first, let's look at what they have in common and different from real AirPods. So almost the same size and look almost exactly the same, and feel almost exactly the same. They've got a really nice material. It does feel different than the AirPods material. The AirPods material is heavier and is truly nicer, but it does feel pretty good. Size, almost exactly the same. I think they might be like slightly taller. The case might be slightly taller. They also look slightly different on the bottom. They have like 2 holes instead of 1 on actual AirPods. Same charging port, we've got lightning cable. Same button on the back, little tiny button for pairing. But the biggest aesthetic difference is lights on the AirPods and one in the case. The AirPods lights are small little LEDs. These ones are big, they disperse. It's quite different from the ones in the actual AirPods. And that's the biggest defining factor that will show people these are fake. Now, the only time those lights show up is while you're pairing. So if you keep it like hidden while you pair, then you put it in your ear, the lights won't come up. So it looks pretty legit with that. Now, it does light up sometimes in my pocket randomly, but if you just push the pairing button, it stops the light on the case. Wireless charging is a feature. I haven't gotten to test that one, but it is supposedly there. That's on the new AirPods, and that's on these fake ones on the case. The controls are quite similar. So a single tap pauses on AirPods, and these fake ones. Double tap can do many different settings on the AirPods that you can change in your settings. While on these fake ones, AirPods, double tap on the left skips back, double tap on the right skips forward. Hold on real AirPods activates Siri, and it does the same on these fake ones. Now it is a little bit delayed because these aren't official Apple products, and it doesn't have the Hey command, but it's pretty good. And there aren't any of these settings that you can change, so you can't change the specific commands, you can't change the name of them in settings. Maybe on an Android phone you could, but you can't do that on an iPhone. Now, the battery life. So, advertised battery life, I'm not sure what it is, but my actual battery life, which is what matters, is I can get a few hours off of one AirPod. So if I have them both in a few hours, if I switch, I can get about 6 or 7 hours, maybe even 8. If I put them in the charging case, I can go with my average use of a couple hours a day. I can get almost a week on just a charging case without plugging it in, because that case does pack an extra charge that can be used. So when you use that, plug it, put them in the case, they will continue to charge. The left and right audio channels are flipped. So that's one of those weird quirks about them, is that LR channels flip. So the left AirPod does right audio and the right one does left audio. That may not be a universal problem, that might just be a problem on mine. Another quirk about them is sometimes when you double tap, I think it's a double tap, it will call your last caller. Now, the way I like to get around that is just call a number, say, just some number that's like either a fake number, like this one I have right here, or like just something that won't be bothered if you call that number. They also have the Chinese girl voice that tells you like, this phone number is calling, things like that. Maybe it can be in English. My friend apparently got his in English, so not sure about that. Mine personally are a little bit quiet, but my friends, when I listened to his, same exact one, his were like a normal volume. But when my friend drops his, they break a little bit, but it can just be put back together easily. Mine, I've dropped them many a time, and they're fine. I can't tell you what happens if you wash them, because I haven't dared try that, but they do seem to hold up quite well. Now there are those few quirks that can get in your way a little bit, but other than that, they do seem to be pretty useful without those good Apple conveniences. Like when you pull it out of your ear, it doesn't pause, or like it doesn't show you the battery life as well. But hey, it's really not that bad, especially considering the way the pairing works. Like it's all very convenient. So if you don't have the money to afford actual AirPods that will always work, have more settings and better audio, then you can just get these fake ones that will work most of the time, and they're really not a terrible option. There's a link in the description where you can buy these if you want them. These are TWS i100s. I'm iSkyler. Thanks for watching. Bye.